Hello, Talkin fight fans around the world. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to another episode of Neil the Deal featuring Neil the Deal himself. And we're going around the world trying to discover the best boxers. And right now we're focused on the Americas. And I believe you've found us a gem tonight, Gervonta Davis, if I'm not mistaken, right?
That is correct, Graham. Good evening. Yes,
Good.
we are going to be talking about Gervonta Davis tonight. Yes.
Awesome.
Good evening, guys. Nice to see you again. Thanks for coming out. Really appreciate everything. And hey, Graham, things are just getting crazier and crazier by the day. So thank you very much. Absolutely great. Thanks for the likes, the shares, all the subscriptions, and the comments have been fantastic. So thanks again, guys. So yeah, we're going to continue tonight with the up and coming future prospects, or that are the guys right now that I feel are prospects moving forward in the future that are going to make the biggest dent in the boxing community over the next few years. So all of the guys that we've talked about in the last few days, Graham, the four guys that we talked about, they're all right at the top of their game, young guys, and this guy is no exception. Javonte Davis. All right, I don't know if you guys know anything about this individual, but I was watching some of his fights again today, and man, this guy again he's the whole package. Like, he's really the real deal guy. He's knocked out everybody, Graham. Everybody he's faced, he's knocked out pretty much, and in spectacular fashion. So anytime you're going to watch this Mr. Davis fight, you're gonna be in for a real treat, because he doesn't, like I said earlier on the other day, this guy don't take no prisoners. He's got punches coming from every angle. He's in the Floyd Mayweather camp, so I believe that he must have some influence on what this young kid's doing, because you can kind of see it in him when you watch him. He's really flashy. He's really fast. He's amazing body head combinations. Every punch in his arsenal is like vicious, for his size. He's just a lightweight, but man, this guy, it's this division, like we say, Graham, is probably the craziest division in all of boxing, between Teofimo and Haney and Javonte, and like the list goes on and on in this lightweight category. It's just crazy. So we're going to talk a little bit about him now. He goes by the nickname Tank.
Yeah.
Tank. So Gervonta Tank Davis. All right. I don't know. Maybe when he was a kid, he was big. I don't know. Or maybe he just rolls over people like a tank. Rolls over them. What I saw, he was rolling over everybody. And we're talking ex-world champions, guys. He wasn't fighting slouches. He was fighting the real deal guys, and he was getting the job done every time. So check him out. We're going to talk about him here. He's born November 7th, 1994 in Baltimore, Maryland. His career has started in 2013 to present, his pro career. He's in the lightweight division as well as the super featherweight division. He's a four-time world champion already, Graham, and he's 26 years old. So he's a four-time world champ. It's pretty impressive, man, and I can see why. His fights are spectacular. Like everything that you can think of, Javonte is worked on and is at the top of his game. So any of those fights that we're going to talk about later, Graham, were amazing. I watched them all because it just kept going. I was like, wow, holy cow, wow, this guy's amazing. So right now he's holding the WBA lightweight title and the WBA super featherweight title right now. So he has two titles under his belt, and he's ranked the number one best active super featherweight in the world right now. So I can see why. And you guys will see why too. You guys will see why too when you go check him out. I'm telling you guys, wow, amazing. So we'll talk a little bit about his upbringing. He grew up in a real crime-riddled neighborhood of the west side of Baltimore. I understand it's called Sandtown, Winchester. It's kind of like Regent Park, if you know what I mean, in the old days.
I do.
So it was very rundown, and it was very tough living in that part of Baltimore, Maryland. Him growing up, so he started training at a place called Upton Boxing Center since he was 5 years old. He started boxing at 5. So I was just like, wow. Okay. And it really shows when you see this guy fight, man. He is like I say, there's going to be super fights coming up in this division, like Javonte Davis versus Teofimo Lopez. That's going to happen. Like they got to head to head at some point. Ryan Garcia, same thing. They're all in the same division, so they're all going to have to bang heads at some point for these titles, and it's going to be really exciting, really really exciting. So let's go over his amateur totals, Graham, and they are fantastic. Total fight, 221 fights, amateur. Oh, right, 206 wins with 15 losses. All right, which is pretty astounding numbers right there. You know, over 200 wins as an amateur. So he's got a heck of a lot of awards when he was an amateur. So let's go over those guys. I think you're going to like these because I always like the amateur stuff. I really do. I believe that it creates the boxer that you become. Because if you don't, it's like if you don't learn things properly from the beginning, then at some point you got to stick a stake in the tree and away you go. But if you do it right from the beginning, then it just the tree seems to grow straight. And this guy's growing straight. Like he's really doing some serious damage in every fight that he's in. So his amateur career here, 2012 Golden Gloves. He did in Mesquite. He won a gold medal in the bantamweight division, so he was a little smaller in those years, a bantamweight. He's a 3-time national silver gloves champion. All right, 2-time national junior Olympic champion. He won 2 gold medals as a junior Olympian. Amazing. 2-time national police athletic league champion. So we did talk about the police leagues before, and he was in there as a kid, and he won a couple of them. And he's also the 2-time ring side, I guess they call it world championship or something. It's Ring Magazine, so he's recognized by them as well as a champion, Ring Magazine champion. So all the way along the board here, this guy is phenomenal. All right, and he's getting better every fight. So his pro totals, we'll move into his pro totals now. Total fights, Graham. 24 fights, guys. He has 24 wins.
Undefeated.
Yeah, undefeated. 0 losses. He's got 23 KOs out of 24 fights. So he's got a knockout percentage of 95.3. I mean, how much better can you get? 24-0 with 23 knockouts, man. And I was watching, and I'm like going, okay, so he's got 23 knockouts. So I'm watching all the fights. I'm going, this fight, that fight. I get in every fight, knockout. You know, I'm like, holy Moses, this guy's out of control. So I'm really looking forward. He's really itching, apparently, to have a fight. I guess like most of the boxers out there, but you know, he signed with Mayweather, and Mayweather is basically taking him right under his wing, and it's kind of like Golden Boy. I guess those guys make the decisions when it comes to who they're fighting in the next step of their careers. But there's been a bunch of rumblings about guys he should be fighting. So let's go over that quick. And any of these could come down at any time. So he wanted to fight Ryan Garcia, but that seemed to just kind of fade because Garcia wants to fight Pacquiao. But then that kind of faded on Garcia. So now all these guys like Teofimo, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, Mr. Davis here, they're all kind of at the top of the heap there, and they can't figure out who's going to fight who. But eventually, it's going to go down, Graham, because they're all 16-0, 24-0. You know what I mean? 25-1 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like these, eventually they got to meet. So he could fight any one of those guys. He could actually be fighting Teofimo Lopez next. He could be fighting Devin Haney next, or he could be fighting Ryan Garcia next, or even Manny Pacquiao next. So we're just going to. Now, he was training, and apparently he hurt his hand recently in early February. So he sustained a hand injury while he was sparring. So any chance of him coming out anytime soon, I think, has been put on the back burner until they ensure that this hand injury is well taken care of. You know what I mean, Graham? So But there is rumbling that he's really hungry to go. So keep your eye out for him. Notable fights, like I said, these are all title fights, guys. Check them out. They were all amazing. I watched every one of them, Graham. Amazing. So Davis versus Los Santos Cruz, right? That was just in the last fight. Los Santos Cruz. He fought Davis versus Gamboa. That was a really good fight. I believe a 2-time world champion, and he basically just walked right over him completely. It was like holy Moses, wow. And then this was a really good fight. Jose Pedroza. I watched that today, Pedroza. And Pedroza was a very he's been around a while. He's been a world champion before. And that fight was wicked. Like Pedroza in the beginning, I'll just tell you, gave the guy no respect. But by the end of the fight was a different story. I was like, you know what I mean? So I'll give you a little tidbit there. So Pedroza was great. And then he fought a guy named Jesus Cuellar April 21st in 2018. And that was another world title fight. And that was a great one as well, Graham. Really, really good. Cuellar, I believe his name is. Jesus Cuellar. So, guys, we've been talking about all these guys. We got a couple more, Graham. I think I'm going to do one or two, maybe one for sure. I got one more guy that I'm thinking about. But that's pretty much the top 5, right, Graham?
So you're saying you've done your top 4 out of your top 5 already? So,
well, we got
is that what
Garcia, Lopez, right?
Yeah.
We got Javonte.
Yeah.
Right. We got Shakur.
Right. That's it. Yeah.
Right. And and we're gonna have one more. I believe we're gonna do one more anyways. I got another guy. So
there's no shortage, obviously, of great boxers out there, and the up and comers, like I said, during this pandemic, have just been itching to get out. So there's a lot of really good competition among these divisions. Yeah, looking forward to it. It's going to be a nice storm.
Yeah, I think once things open up and all these guys are able to go back to work, oh my God, the fights that are going to come out, there really are. Everybody's going to come out swinging large.
Yeah.
And they're it's like caged animals. You know, these guys are like caged animals at home. And when you when you open the cage and they'll just start. They'll want to fight. You know, maybe twice a year or 3 times a year. They're all hungry guys. They're all young, and all the guys we've been talking about are young. So just keep your eye on these guys going forward. And again, there's always new and up and comers, guys that are 3-0 and 4-0 and 2-0, and I'm covering a bunch of those guys right now and keeping my eye on them. There's in all divisions, right? It's just ironic that a lot of my favorite fighters are in the lightweight division, right? You know, so what are you going to do, right? That is what it is, right? So
they'll probably move up a few weight classes as the years progress.
I would think so. A lot of them have the just the sheer raw talent to be able to, you know, gain a bit or lose a bit, whatever it may be. These guys are in phenomenal shape. Like Mr. Davis here, Javonte Davis, man, buddy, I was watching your stuff, man. You are serious. I'm telling you, his punching power and his like 23 knockouts out of 24 fights. I don't tell you how much kind of punching power he's got for a smaller guy. And the other guys are punching hard, man. But this guy really seems to. He just has that little je ne sais quoi, I guess they call it. The je ne sais quoi, right? It is what it is. But when you watch him, he's got wicked. He throws this left uppercut. It's just crunching. Like I seen him knock out 4 or 5 guys with this combination body shots, and then this left uppercut comes with a straight right, and it's like that guy's just crumpled. At the body shots, he's a really good body puncher, Graham. So, you know, that'll take you down, as we all know. If you've ever been hit hard in the body, it's not fun. You know, you can get one in the head, but in the body, sometimes that's even worse. So, anyways, I guess we'll see you tomorrow night. Hey, Graham.
Yeah, thank you. That's great. I love these profiles you're doing of these boxers because they're really top of their class and they're worthy of your praise. They are.
Well, they're current and they're fresh, right?
And, exciting to watch.
Fresh, you know, moving forward, we're going to talk more about all these young up and comers. Graham, I was watching some boxing fights last night out of England.
Yeah,
some really good fights. And there's just guys coming like from all the countries. The Philippines is real big. We're going to start talking a little bit about the Philippine fighters too. So, guys, if you're out there, we're going to be doing some Philippine fighters in the Philippines. So be prepared, and I'll do my best to let you know what's going on over there if you don't already know. And
I'll let my wife know.
Sorry, Graham.
I'll let my wife know.
Yeah, for sure. Let her know. Tell the people.
She'll be interested to hear about these Filipino fighters.
That's it. Well, let's hope she doesn't learn too much, because she might take it out on you. You know what I mean?
Right on. All right, we'll see you tomorrow night.
All right, buddy. Thanks a lot for everything, guys. Thanks again for everything. God bless you. And stay safe, stay warm. Thanks for the likes. If you like it up. If you want to share it with your friends, feel free. Make a comment, yes or no, whatever you like. We're going to, and the other thing too is, aren't we going to start talking about this? We were talking about this guy against that guy. So we'll start that up in the next week or so, guys.
You mean from a different era?
Yeah,
like this guy in his prime versus this
the
guy.
other day. Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of people have been making comments on our sites about that. What are your thoughts about this guy in his prime and this guy in his prime, but from two different eras? So yeah, that sounds like a Friday fun kind of question where you can have fun with that kind of evaluation. Yeah. All right, we can do that in the future.
It's interesting. I kind of like it because you got to weigh the pros and cons to everything, obviously, and these guys are all amazing. So, but it's kind of just an interesting concept. It's kind of fun. So I think it was kind of cool.
Right on.
It's almost like we could do boxing Jeopardy. Graham, I'll take Muhammad Ali for 200.
We should get your savant
I'll take
friend.
Mike Tyson for 1,000 there, Graham.
Speaking of Mike Tyson, Mike Gore just got his Mike Tyson poster that he's had on order for a while. He's going to have it behind him. So next time you see Knuckle Up, you'll see his glowing Mike Tyson poster in his background there. It's really cool.
That's awesome, man. Can't wait to see it. That looks wicked. And yeah, Mikey, nice to get the sets going. We're gonna be everybody's moving on up. Thanks to all you beautiful viewership and the Talkin' Fight fans, Neil the Deal Show fans all around the world. Thanks a lot for coming out. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow night, I guess. Hey, Graham?
Yeah, we will. Thank you very much.
All right, my friend. Take care of yourself. We'll see you again. Take care, guys. Thanks.